Reilly. So I went to Hershey Park last week with some friends from work, and I came to the sudden realization that I have a major problem that somebody might not have to worry about, is that I'm too fat for all the roller coasters. It's not something to be very proud of. First roller coaster I got on, I got down in the seat. I did finally fit in it. I had to stretch the seatbelt as far as I could. I was in there, and then I hear this sudden thing over the announcement. They said, "Please check seat 23." And all of a sudden, a young girl shows up and lets me know that I'm seat 23 and that I have to be securely fastened in even more. So she puts all of her 120 pounds on top of me, pushes me down even further, like she's trying to stuff a suitcase that's got too much stuff in it. Next thing I know, my testicles are in my anus. So, as we go off that roller coaster, of course the logical thing to do that is, hey, let's take this scrotum butt plug I have here, and let's go do this again, another roller coaster. So we decided to do another roller coaster. This one is one of those ones where your feet hang down. And I'm thinking, I was all excited, like, hey, I've never been on one of these, I'm gonna try that out, might be a little bit more comfortable. And the good thing was, as we were approaching the line, it said, people of larger size, whether height or weight, please use row 5. So I'm like, great, this one's gonna accommodate me a little bit better. So I get in there, I get on the end seat, with my feet hanging down, I'm ready to go, except this one will not lock at all. No matter how much I pull the seatbelt out, it just will not work. So in front of everybody, again, another young girl of about 120 pounds shows up. She's not gonna try to shove it on me this time. She has to inform me that I'm in the wrong seat, and there's only one seat in that row that actually accommodates anybody of my girth, and I have to, in front of everybody, switch with a coworker of mine and get in that seat. Luckily, that one has a larger accommodating thing, and now it has 2 seat belts. So I felt a lot better that one. So after that ride, we go to the third roller coaster, and I was like, listen, I'm gonna sit this one out. I'm just gonna wait here for you guys when you get done. And then I realized I'm gonna go take the ride, enjoy the ride. That's gonna have a seat that accommodates me no matter what. And I went and enjoyed the food court. So, basically, that's what it is. But I'm trying to work out. I'm trying to lose some of this weight. I'm trying to get in a little bit more fitness. But the problem is I can't even get out of the house because tying my shoes is an event in itself. Tying my shoes is like when you watch one of those TV shows where the car careens off the road and goes into the lake and starts to fill up with water, and a good Samaritan dives in and wants to try to rescue them, and they can't get the door open and they can't get the window down, and they're frantically looking at each other, and they get the look of fear on their face when the guy realizes that he has to go up and get another breath of air. That's the sheer terror I go with when I try to tie both shoes in one breath. You know what I mean? The other day I tried it and woke up passed out on the floor with a knot on my head from the coffee table, but I'm getting there. I'm almost there. I got one rabbit here on the second foot, so we're good. But yeah, it's sad. I mainly run at night. Now, it's not because I'm self-conscious of my weight, it's because my neighbor decided to tell me that when I run like a girl. And I was like, what do you mean I run like a girl? Like, do I run on my toes or do I flap my hands? It's, no, it's primarily because when you run, your breasts bounce up and down. So that's pretty sad. My weight is actually starting to affect my sex life with my wife. She used to have above the bed one of those nice little cute signs. She says, always kiss me goodnight. She has recently replaced that with another iconic message called make love, not war. Apparently, whenever my wife and I have sex, she suffers from post-traumatic stress disorder. On the positive side, we just put in for a therapy dog. I'm pulling for a Labradoodle. So, ice cream truck came through my neighborhood the other day, and I was surprised to see it. It had a thing on the back. It just said, "Watch children." And I was perplexed for a minute because I didn't know if that was a warning to drivers or if that was their slogan. Watch children. Slogans are funny. Speaking of slogans, I went by a butcher shop the other day, and their slogan was "a cut above the rest." And I thought that's a pretty probably overused slogan in the meat industry, a cut above the rest. And I'm thinking, where else could you use a cut above the rest? Like if you're a hairdresser, you could probably put on your sign that you're a cut above the rest. If you like cut lawns for a living, you could probably say, like John's Landscaping, cut above the rest. But I thought, like, where else could they use that? That's probably underused. And I thought, like, if you were a mohel, you could probably use that. Like, does your son need a circumcision he's proud of? Like, call Rabbi Horowitz for your next bris. He's a cut above the rest. So, I'm a teacher, and I teach in a high school. And one of the things you guys got to understand is I don't know if you know this, 47% of all high school students are having sex. I don't know if you guys have known that, but that's probably why that's probably why my school orders so many wet floor signs every year. But I want to get out on this, and this is a very thing. I teach a school that has a lot of pregnant kids. And the sad part about that is I got pulled over once, and it almost got me in trouble. The cop asked me to get out of the car. And I said, what's the problem? He says, well, your pupils are dilated. And I was like, well, do you know which ones? I have a couple that are expecting. So, thanks a lot, guys. Here's my time.
Time for Reilly, ladies and gentlemen. Time for Reilly.